Welcome back, everyone. I'm Crane Bramp. You're all Brainiacs, and this is episode 2 of Empire of Madness, season 2, where we're Cthulu-worshiping cultists out to warp the rim in our own dark image. This is our family-friendly series of the month. It has been a very uneventful few days between episodes, but you can see that food production's in full swing. We've finished our sequoia floors for the barracks, and since we have a quest expiring right over here, I figured this was a great place to jump back in. Now, before we get started, I want to take the time and just thank you for taking the time to hang out with the community today. And I hope that today is the day that I earn that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember that I stream live on Twitch doing survival gaming. All that information is right down there. Basically, guys, just thank you so much for the support, man. We just hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, and I am just floored. So thank you, thank you. Our quest expires in 1 hour. Let me pause it and stop gushing at you guys. So the quest is just the Yeoman ceremony for Wilhelm to go on and get him his psychic powers and his initial title. The Exodus Empire is ready to grant Wilhelm the title of Yeoman and the power of a level 1 Psylink in a bestowing ceremony. The bestower will arrive by shuttle and perform this ceremony. The bestower will only give a title if any throne room requirements are satisfied. Now, for Yeoman, there is no throne room requirement, so you don't have to worry about that at the moment. You can betray the bestower to steal Psylink neuroformers, but this will make the Exodus Empire your enemy. Not really sure we want to do that. If you miss or fail this ceremony, there will be another opportunity later. If the bestower or guards are harmed for any reason, there will be a diplomatic consequence. So, except for our new Psylink level and our title, so we're going to go on and accept that. A shuttle's going to fly in here. Let's go on and unpause that. And it looks like Jamil is who we're going to need to do. So we'll take Wilhelm, and we will just right-click on him. That is so aggravating. He's got to come up here and set up and be ready. We can't just send somebody to him. All right, so Wilhelm, do your ceremony. And it's over with. There we go. He's gotten his title, and he's gotten his level 1 Psylink. And there goes the shuttle. Goodbye, dude. Alright, so just to recap last episode, we basically, everything is marked for mining. Well, except that right there. I seem to have totally missed that particular set of compacted machinery. But I've gone around and set all the gemstones and all of the components to mine out. That way we can get that. We have 3,000 steel. There was this huge steel deposit right here that we've been mining on ever since last episode. We do have our food production up and going. I restricted the grinding grains into flour to corn only, so we're either making flour with it or we're making cornmeal out of it. A raid with 3 of them. Let's hold on for just a minute and let's talk about food for just a second. So I have over here a simple meal bill, but I have it restricted because at the food prep table, you can't make simple meals in bulk. But to make simple meals in bulk requires a higher cooking skill, and I've got a couple of dudes that have got like 3 and 4. So I've got them over here doing just one simple meal, and I have the allowed cooking skill capped at 4 so that only my low-level guys do that. That'll help level them up and also get multiple food production going. We have the cooked simple meals in bulk going over here, and then we're making breads, and we have 32 bread already, and we've got, you know, a baker's dozen of simple meals, but we're still working on it. We've got to get another harvest or 2 out of this and get everything built up, and then we'll be good. Let's take a look at these raiders. There are 3 of them. And they have tomahawks. Y'all are so frickin' screwed. So let's just restrict everybody to home for the moment. And then I'm going to go on and unpause this and go to speed 3. We're going to wait for these guys to attack. You know, I'm not really sure what these dudes were doing, but it took them forever to decide to attack. So last episode, we set both Rosalina and Liana's defensive position. So I'll show you how this works. You just select the pawn, you hit T, it auto drafts them and sends them to their defensive position all in one keystroke. So let's see where these guys are at. They're coming around the mountain. You know what time it is. Liana is not playing with that 303. There you go. 34 points of damage. Kanga, you're going to have a problem, buddy. But it would be really nice if, yeah, there you are, Rosalina. Thank you very much for getting down here. And she's like going crazy with the 44 Magnum. Homeboy's like, I'm too old for this shit. Oh, that's down and dead. All of them. Boy, y'all messed up. Y'all messed up coming up here. Let's go on. It's like they weren't trying to hear it. Homeboy was fleeing and they shot him in his back. That is so cold. All right, so let's go to orders and allow everything so all this stuff can get hauled. We don't have any prisoner beds yet, so I'm going to let these guys die. And let's go on and make sure that everybody is unrestricted so that we can continue mining stuff. What I do want to do, since we have some dead bodies, so we've got a lot to do this episode. You know, I say that all the time, but one of the things I want to start working on is medical, but I'm not ready to do that yet. But what I want to do is I want to get a med train table over here. We get somebody to prioritize working on that. Oaks, you're just playing horseshoes. So what this allows us to do is I can set a bill over here to train medicine right there. And we'll set do forever. Now, what this does is any corpses on the battlefield, once I unallow them, they will grab them. They'll take them up here. They will take all their clothes off of them. And they will basically do an autopsy on them, and they have a chance to gain a little bit of medical skill each time. It's a great way to train everybody's medical up. So let's unpause that and let them go. So like I said, we got a lot to do this episode. Pristine runes found nearby. We don't have any pack animals yet, so we can't really go on a quest like that. Speaking of, some buffaloes wandered in, and I want to set these guys to be trained. There we go, so that we can get our pack animals. This stuff right here just needs to be set to haul normally. All right, as you can see, we've got some stuff up here. They're already doing the med trains and stuff. In fact, we'll sit here and watch one. He just takes him over there. You can hear the little noise as he chops him up and checks all his insides out and then drops everything, and he gets a little bit of medical skill. Might not be but 0.1 or 0.2, but it adds up over time, especially as you kill folks. All right, so we need to get some stone cutting up and going. Let's do production. Let's do a stone cutter's table. Let's just stick it right there for now. Wait a minute. No, not right there. I put it right on top of Homeboy's table, so we'll do it like that. Need warm clothes. Survive a quadrum. Okay. So this is Vanilla Achievements Expanded. Adds a whole bunch of stuff. Just means that we've survived a quarter, so we wanted an achievement for that. So we've got our stone cutting. We also have leadership installed, so I want to go on and get this set up. Let's go to structure. Sequoia wooden walls. I want to block this whole thing off right here and put a door. And then we're going to do... Let's do this in thirds. So let's do one here. And one here. Then we'll cancel that. Copy that. Cancel that. And copy that. And we got some rooms. This is going to be our school. So what I want to do is go to leadership, grab a ballot box. I want to do it really nice. let's do it in bone. That just sounds really cool. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here in the corner. These little, the squares have to be empty somewhere for people to vote. So you can stick it in the corner, and it still work. I want to also start moving this stuff. Let's put one of these here. I want to turn them where their heads are facing the bottom. Now that those are done, do we have any end tables up here yet? No, but we have a dresser. I thought I asked them. Yeah, so we have these. So let's install one of those. One of, when you install an end table, it provides a comfort bonus to the beds around it. So what I do is I do my beds one apart, and then I'll put one end table here, and then I'll put another one here, because it'll only affect two. And then we'll go on and install this one here. And then stick another one here. And stick a bed right beside it. All right, so that gets our beds and stuff. We're going to need to put a dresser. We'll stick it right here. Hopefully that will cover most of them. Okay, so that takes care of all of that. Kind of clears this up. We also need a table and chairs now that we have that done so that we don't get the minus. So we've got a bunch of limestone blocks. So let's do this in limestone. Let's put it right there. And then we're also, I think we're going to do dining chairs because we just have so much wood. So we'll do that. I'll have to put the other one once this stuff gets moved. Okay, so that takes care of our table, takes care of our dining, it takes care of our beds. Takes care of leadership. Once that gets built, we'll start an election. We need to start thinking about medical and where we want to put it. You know, I got to thinking about this. I think I am going to cancel all of this stuff. And make this medical. So let's go back down here to our beds. Let's put 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will mark these as medical once they get done. We also need to worry about security down here. So let's go on and get a structure. We do have some granite blocks. Looks like 676 of them. So I want to make this granite down here. And we're going to go about this deep. And what I like to do is I like to have my entrance door for the embrasures on one side and the entrance door for this on the other side. This way, if this ever does get breached, they kind of have to S through here. Now let's go on and set up some granite doors. We'll replace this, and then we will get a granite embrasure, and we'll replace all of that, and then place a granite wall right there. We'll set our zone and make sure that we have a roof built right here. And we have a little place for our guys to come in here and fight. Let's go on and do a floor. This doesn't have to be anything but concrete. So I'm going to do it like that. And like that. All right, so looking pretty good. I'd also like to do some defenses out here, I believe. Yep. So gabions are 5 wood, and what they do is provide ranged cover. So we're just going to do gabions all the way out like that. And then we're going to go to our zone and expand our home zone 1 block so that the gabions are covered because they're wood, they're flammable, they're fairly easily destroyed. They're really just for cover, and see, that is exactly why right there. All right, next we need to start thinking about guest rooms. Now, I think usually I have my guests come in through here. It's kind of a weird thing because I figure if I have my traders out here and I get attacked, most of the traders are strapped pretty good. And even if they die out in front of the place, then I can pick up all the stuff that they have. And I have the same idea with visitors and prisoners. Remember that we're not going to do visitors too much. We're going to be primarily worried about prisoners. So, will you guys come down here and fight the fire? Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. So, we're going to do a small visitor room, but most of this is going to be prisoners' quarters. So, let's go to structure. Do our granite wall. We have an animal transport pod crash. That's interesting. All right, so let's go up about that far. Let's go all the way across. We'll make our visitors room. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go to about right here. Let's cancel this. Put a granite door here and here, an airlock situation. And then we will go over here. Let me go on and unpause this just for a minute. And let's put 1, 2, 3, 4 for right now. 4 beds for prisoners. All right, so the animal transport pod, what are you? A Dunalisk. No, I do not want a Dunalisk. I don't want a Dunalisk for a pet. Thank you very much. The entire forest is burning down out in front of our stuff. But I will, I'll mark that to be hauled. Hopefully this burns out on its own. So, we've got everything that I can think of that we might need to do for this episode. We've got 7 days worth of food. Food production's going. Everything's looking good. All right, guys. So let's zoom out a little bit and let's speed this up, and I will see you on the other side of it. Alright guys, I'm going to break in here and let them keep working in the background. It has been a considerable amount of time. We haven't had a lot happen. So some of these quests, I let them build up because some of them we aren't going to do. So let me show these to you. Royal Ascent is an endgame quest. It's a Praetor usually, or in this case, the High Stellarch, the top royal guy. You basically have to host him. And if you do it, and you have to have a throne room, you have to have the food, you have to have everything to satisfy this guy. And if you can hold on to him, satisfy him, and defend huge amounts of raids that are going to kind of try to keep this guy from getting off planet, then he will go off planet and take you with him. So it's just something to work towards. So I'm going to go on and get that. We have one distant prisoner. An orbiting ship captain wants you to guard a prisoner. Well, that didn't work out too good, did it? So I think they want us to guard him for a period of time, and then we get one of these. This is not bad, but this is just like so cheap. I would really rather have this dude if he's any good. He's incapable of dumb labor. God, I hate those. I really hate those. Construction, mining, cooking, social. Nothing to write home about, but that construction might be worth it. I don't know how long I'm supposed to keep this guy, but we're going to go on and accept for Albert joins. The pods arrived. Lucia arrived. I want to make sure when Lucia joins. Yes, can we get you to join? Okay, where did the shuttle go? Okay, I'm not really sure what happened there, but I guess we'll catch up. The director of the agency died. No love lost there. We have some inspired recruitment. I usually leave these up until they go away, but we're probably not going to have any prisoners in that time. Quest available, one distant prisoner. We already did that. That's going. So where is Lucia? Why is... Oh, she is down. Health? Aha, she's been drugged. Okay. Let's go on. Can we set this for prisoners? And that makes like this whole area prisoners. But that's really the only way that we can take her prisoner. So go on and capture her. This is going to have to get built. Who is it that we have on construction? Why is that prioritize working? Let's do Shinasu. So can you please... There we go. And she is going. So we have our machining finished. And we have shipped to the stars. He has a starship hidden on the planets in deep hibernation mode. It's kind of an endgame quest. It's not anything that I want to be doing right now. So we have her captured. Once this stuff gets built, then this entire area won't be prisoner anymore. We do need to make some storage in there. Where is it at? I want to put a clothing rack in there because we need to get prisoner outfit construction going. Our election is happening. So all of our colonists in leadership will go over here. They will vote. 2 people will get elected, and then they can be teachers that pass their skill on in daily lessons to other colonists. And there are leaders. We have Rosalina. She's going to be teaching science, probably intellectual, and then Oaks was elected leader botanist, so she'll be treating plants. Usually it has to be a skill that's over 8, and then they'll teach that. If they don't have a skill over 8, then they just don't become a teacher. So let's go on and set up our school over here. We're going to need to make a teacher's desk and then some like benches for everybody to sit on. So let's go to leadership. We're just going to make a simple teacher's table. Actually, what do we have here? We have this serpentine that we mined out. Why don't we do that? All right, so we'll do it like that. This is going to be a small, a really small schoolroom, but wait, how much serpentine do we have? 234. So why don't we make the benches out of solid serpentine also? I mean, that just doesn't that sound like something that we need to do for the schoolroom? All right, so that's done. That'll get to building. We also have a warning over here that we need a warden. Now, usually I didn't set my work if nobody was doing it, but now that somebody is, we need to take a look at it. Let me see. We got a 6, a 2, and a 4. Okay, so let's set Rosalina to a 1. Wilhelm's gotten food poisoning from an incompetent cook. Probably somebody over here working on the simple meals because their skill's so low. Oh, man. Why has it got to be a 2? Ugh, man, that's rough. There's an 8. Okay, I would rather take Rosalina off because she's doing research. And then we'll put you on entertain. I mean, not that we're going to be doing much entertaining. We're going to be, like, capturing prisoners and warping their flesh in bioengineering. So I don't think we're going to be, like, hosting that many people unless we're going to kill them in the middle of it. But, you know, you never know. All right, so production. Woo! All right, I need... Let's put our smelter out. Stick it right there. Let's get our machining table right beside it. Let's get an electric smithy right there. I need an electric tailor's bench. I tell you what, we'll just set it right there for now. And I think that is it for production. We might be all the way caught up. Oh, we need a loading bench so that we can start doing ammunition. And there that one is. Man, everybody's getting food poisoning from our incompetent cook. Not the way to do it, dude. Not the way to do it. All right, so this is our medical. So wait for the map image to finish. Go on and mark that medical. Then we're going to need some storage in here. Deep refrigerator will do. I'll stick it over here in the corner. Once that's built, we'll mark it for food. I mean, not food, medicine and drugs, and then we can set like our drug bench up right there. We're going to have to mine this out and expand this anyway. I'm just trying to get everything like fitted in at the moment. All right, guys, we've had a pretty long period again without anything happening. Oaks has some apathy. He's already got over it. We finished our machining. We have a new quest, but the biggest thing is we need a warden. I don't usually set work priorities for things that we're not doing. So there's nobody set to warden right now, which means that he's not going to get fed or watched or anything. So let's pause it. We got a 6 there, a 2 there, a 3, an 8, and a 4. I want you doing it the best, and then we'll put both of you doing it since you're passionate about it. This dude right here, though, I might just take her all the way off. And then entertain, we'll make you a 1, and you a 1. We'll make it a 2, because I'm not really that concerned about making friends. That's not what our playthrough is about. All right, so we'll get that going. Unpause that. Let's take a look at Ship to the Stars. This is a quest that popped up. However, this is an endgame quest. Again, it's something to work towards. A friendly AI from your past named Charlton Whitestone has sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet and sends you its world coordinates. The starship is in deep hibernation mode. You'll have to start it up when you arrive and then defend it from raiders trying to steal it until the startup sequence completes. It will be a long, difficult series of battles. And again, passage off-world. Something that we want to work towards, not something that we can do right now at the moment. All right, guys, so we are doing pretty good. We have our prisoner beds built. We're working on our guests over here. We have our stuff finished right here where we're going to set up our turrets and fight from. We just finished our gunsmithing. The next thing that I want to do is kind of lay out this area over here. But considering that this has been a pretty long episode to begin with, I think we're going to go on and close this out, guys. It's been a great episode. I want to thank you guys again for showing up. Look at that. Rosalina got level 15 in intellectual. What a way to close out our second episode. But anyway, thank you guys. You know how it works. If you like what you see, if you like what you saw, hit the big red subscribe button. Next episode, we've got a lot of stuff that we need to do. We should almost be through with our research, ready to start looking at a cult. We want to do some more building. Guys, I will see you the next time. Peace out. Stay safe.